Welcome back, students. So in this lecture we'll try to understand about this project environment. So project environment artifact, it is going to be evolved through three different states. First we say it as prototyping environment, second is your development environment, and third is maintenance environment. So we'll try to understand this. Prototyping environment, it is purely based on the architecture of your program or architecture of your project. So this is going to trade-off between your project development and architecture. And second is your development environment. So this development environment is supposed to provide a full suite of your project development tools that are used in your project. So this majorly focus on the different types of project environment tools that are used. And maintenance environment, it is going to focus majorly on the version which you are evolving as a project of your project deployment. So this particular version should be mature enough to work with different sort of project environments that are being used, right? So in order to work with these different types of environments, your project should emphasize on four different environment disciplines. First is your round trip engineering, and second is change management, infrastructure, and followed by your stakeholder environment. So what is this round trip engineering? So round trip engineering, it is going to describe the key environment that is used in your iteration process. So this forms as a basic or the key to understand how your project development is going to work with. So this round trip engineering, it is helping it acts as a support to your iterative development process. So this is going to support with necessary and maintaining this is going to support with necessary files or necessary environments, and in order to maintain the consistency among your project development, this round trip engineering is going to help you out. So this is majorly focusing on the total supports related to your project environment. So we can look into the basic supporting artifacts related to your round trip engineering in this particular diagram. So even though you are using with your forward engineering or reverse engineering process, so your round trip engineering is going to perform in this form. So all the tools related to your round trip engineering are supposed to be automated in order to enhance the flexibility of the different environments that are used in your program. So this is a sample round trip engineering model which can be used within your project development. So second artifacts in your project environment is your change management. So change management is going to so it is going to work with your automation. So this change management is supposed to be automated in order to enforce or in order to manage with multiple times of iterations that you are going to perform in your project. And this will also help you in providing freedom to change over one environment to another environment. So under your change management, we have different models again. So first you have your software change order. So what is this software change order going to have is, it is going to have, Right. So what is this software change order is going to have is, it is going to be the authority which helps in creating your software order, modifying it, and finalizing how your software order is supposed to look like. So basically this software change order consists of these different data. So first is your first is the title of your software project that you are working with. Second is your description, metrics, resolution, assessments used, and dispositions related to your project. So these data can be documented under your software change orders. So next you have is your configuration baselines. So these configuration baselines, these are the supporting documents which help you in understanding what are the configurations you are using and what are the changes that are subjected to the different configurations that are used in your project. So this will also help you in upgrading, maintaining your software tools that are used in your project here. So this configuration baseline, there are two different baseline classes we have. First is your external project and second is your release internal testing release, right? So this is also going to base on majorly three different baselines. First is your first level, we say it as your major release. So this major release is nothing but the new generation that is created, the new generation product or the new product which is developed as a part of your project development, we say it to be a major release. Minor release, we say this particular minor release as any particular external product with same baseline. Like this minor release can be any particular any particular release with new features or upgradations. So any particular software with some new features or upgradations, we can take them to be your minor releases, right? And last is your interim release. So this is going to be like you are going to develop any configuration based on the transient data that is provided to the user. So these are three different baselines that you have related to your configurations. Right. So next right. So next we have this configuration control board. So all these will fall under your second category, that is your change management. So what is this configuration control board is? This is the authority which is going to have the full access related to controlling your project development, and this particular board generally consists of this set of people. This consists of your project managers, architecture managers, testing managers, development managers, and other stakeholders from different parts of your project. So all those will fall under your configuration control board. So they are responsible in order to maintain or in order to control the different parts of your program development, right? So next you have is your infrastructure. So what is this infrastructure? Right, infrastructure. So infrastructure is going to be the different components that are used in your program. So this general infrastructure is supposed to be updated or automated. So this infrastructure generally consists of different organization policies and environments. So a organization policy is a set of rules that are defined by your organization. So this organization policy consists of these major metrics or these major points. First is your what are the milestones that are defined in your organization related to your project, what are the intermediate artifacts that you are including into your project, engineering repositories, metrics, and what are the roles and responsibilities of each and every player or each and every person who are available in your project development. So all these will fall under your organization policy. So what is this organization environment is? So this is going to capture the inventory tools that you are using in your project development. What different tools you are using in your project development that are supposed to be documented as a part of this organization environment. So that is your basic organization policy outline is given here. It is going to have what process definitions you are going to do, what are the policies that are defined on your software by your organization, and what you are waiving and what are the different appendices you are using, right? And last you go with your stakeholder environment. So this is going to represent the different external stakeholders that are included into your project, and these external stakeholders can be included into your project in order to monitor or perform some specific operations. Like they can there can be an external like stakeholders who can monitor the procurement related information. They can be the stakeholders related to your end engineering support. They can be the stakeholders who are going to maintain the contracts that are done by using your third persons, and you can have independent verification or validation contractors. All these are the stakeholders which fall under your different types of stakeholders from the outside environment. So all these stakeholders they are supposed to perform one of these three different activities. First is they can accept or use all the executables that they have hands on. They can accept or use. So these stakeholders are having full authority to work with different operations. First they can accept or use the different different increments they have. Second, they can use they can use all the online tools they have, with all the online tools that we have related to your project development, all the testing tools we have related to your project development. They can also use the data or the documentations that are used in your project. And the stakeholders can avoid making some mistakes or errors throughout your project development. So these are the basic operations your stakeholders need to concentrate on. So that is all. This is about your stakeholder environment. So they majorly focus on what are the different environments used in your program. So that is all for this lecture. Let us meet in your next lecture. Thank you.